Sanbonani, football lovers. Welcome to Sporty Bongs. Kamalambongi Kosi. Please help me grow this channel by liking on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Tango. Yeah. Before I start with everything, can I please ask this question? I humble myself and I respect everyone and each and every opinion voiced out by football fans. Can I please ask Uti, is it still football banter or now it has turned into hatred? Because I'm not directing this to a certain fan base, but it seems like many fans now are no longer bantering, but they are channeling their hatred towards football players. Because the other FCs of our leagues, when we watch Bafana Bafana, it has turned into a hate watch, whereby it is supposed to be a country uniting, making sure we fight so that we get the best results so that we can qualify for the FIFA World Cup 2026. But now, it seems like everyone is doing his own thing. The fans of these FCs are doing their thing. The fans of this FC, they're doing their own thing. There was this post I came across. It says, this one is only called to the Bafana Bafana because an Orlando Pirates player is injured. And they called him a thing. Yes, a thing. I don't know, is it still banter or is now hatred? Because how come you call a human being, a living human being, a thing, but yet we are not there? It's a story for another day. Hopefully, with this hatred amongst each other as fans will come to an end. But I cannot control people's thoughts, but focus on my own because that's the thoughts I can control. So, yeah, it is what it is. Umtu is still young to be getting such criticism, especially someone whose crime is trying by all means to play the beautiful game, the sport that he loves so much, but the hatred he gets, it is too much. But he's mentally strong. I believe he can fight through this. He has done it and he will do it again. Let's talk about our former coach, Nasreddin Nabi. Not yesterday, but when it was announced that he's departing, he's parting ways with the Kaizer Chiefs, he said a statement that was clearly visible, and it was clear to everyone. No, while mentioning special thanks to the technical members, including his former colleagues, but he didn't mention two, which is Cedric Gaze and Khalil Ben Yusuf. And there were rumors that they betrayed him, but I don't know if it is true or not, but it might happen. I'm insinuating, but some things they don't need us to even wear spectacles so that you can see. It's not rocket science. It is visible to everyone because those are two of his trusted soldiers before Elias Muzwaki and Umachi Safi, but he didn't mention them. But I don't know what do you think, but do you feel like they betrayed him? Because obvious, this is football, anything is possible. And one thing that I'd say that every person has a way of his own, a part of his own. You can bring me to a club, but if you leave, it doesn't mean I have to live with you. because I've also have a contract that is separate from yours. So I have to honor mine before being loyal. But we have to question that, but we cannot be focusing too much on that, because I'd say it is now over. We have to focus on the future. Coach Nasruddin Nabi came and he's no longer Kaizer Chiefs coach. But something is beating water. Khona ukushaya amanzi la. But I don't know what do you think about this. But yagona kuyaqaka. So hey, asiyasenze bafana. Now we have to focus on not being fans anymore, but be mathematicians. We have to have calculators to calculate to see if we can make it to the World Cup. But there are many possibilities that we can make it. Hopefully that we're gonna win with at least 3 goals. That can boost us, because if Benin loses to Nigeria and we win, it simply means that we have an advantage because of goal difference also. Even if Benin draws with Nigeria and we win with a big margin score, it puts us in a better place. But if we wanna win with a 1-0 scoreline, it's going to be difficult, because Benin, even in terms of goal difference, is ahead of us. It's unfortunate we didn't win that game, but we created enough chances for us to win. But you know, that is football. And please, Safa, we plead with you. We all saw that Umbekezele Mbokazi got a red card. Please, don't field him on Tuesday against Rwanda. We cannot risk qualifying. We cannot risk. So the whole country is reminding you that please don't field Umbekezele. So we plead with you. I am Fogantwari. I was a story. You have to be patriotic on this one. You are our goalkeeper as Kaizer Chiefs fans, but you want to qualify for World Cup. We want to qualify, because the last time it was because we are the host nation. So we have to qualify on our own, and then we'll then decide again what will we do when we face the best in the world stages. So hopefully we're gonna win with a big score margin on Tuesday. Ntwari soza stolele. Yeah, is giving Zimbabwe, to be honest. Zimbabwe, as I thought we were only against Nigeria, but what Zimbabwe did to us, I cannot be undeterrent. But let's move to the main topic of today. I want us to discuss about Luke Bartman. I think he is our last born in terms of the age and the squad that we have, and he just got good news. He's now free to play. He will receive his clearance. But I want us to talk about Bartman, and I want us to be honest. Let's put emotions aside, but focus on the footballing side. Do you think he'll get enough game time at Naturen? And why? If you think so, please give me your reasons in the comment section below. But I want to state my own opinion. I think he'll find it difficult for him to get regular game time, because remember that before him, we have to understand there's Khanyisa Mayo, there's Ghost Bauer, Igodaro, there's Flavio Silva, there's Ashley Dupreez, there's Naledi Hlongwane, there's Wandile Duba, there's Tashreeq Morris. As young as he is brave, technically gifted, has a way of getting himself in good position inside the box, and he can read the game very well. He's vibrant, he's a mobile striker. But all those strikers that I've mentioned, they've got an experience that is an abundance compared to him. Yeah, let me not count on Naledi Hlongwane. I think Naledi Hlongwane will be the one that maybe he will try to compete with, because remember, Naledi Hlongwane, if it wasn't for Nabi, by now he would be playing for Ijwaning Galaxy, because they wanted him on loan, but Coach Nabi refused. So in this line of strikers, just imagine how far he has to go up until he reaches the game day, because he haven't played regularly. We saw even kuma Cheetah under 20 World Cup lapho yanetshela ukuthi he hasn't found his spark and that rhythm. So it's going to take him time so that he gets to gel with the team, because yes, in training you might do well, but in the match day, that's where it gets tough. So just imagine, with each and every striker that I've mentioned has its own profile on how it plays. So with the Bartman, that is going to add in those strikers. And remember, Guti, there's no way that he's going to sit Tomayo on the bench. There's no way that if a fully fit Ikotaro and he starts and hits the ground running, he's going to sit him on the bench. If Flavio Silva, he's going to sit him on the bench, because if Flavio Silva gives you a different variation in terms of how he plays, especially as a striker. He can give you those headers, he can make those runs, and also he's good when it comes to positioning inside the box. But one thing I'm worried about is the fact that I'm not saying that the coaches are not believing in the youngsters, but it will be difficult because the same fate Mfundo Vilakazi is facing, excuse me, he's gonna find himself in that road also, because he's gonna find it difficult for him to play as many minutes. Even though it can happen, they can introduce him as a sub, but being a starter and cementing a position is going to be difficult for him, because remember, Guti, we are playing to win games, but we are not playing to please everybody that is on the team. Whoever that gets an opportunity to shine will make it their responsibility to grab that opportunity with both hands. But I want us to look at the cue that he has to be on before being there on the number one spot, whereby it is going to be our main striker. Because I don't know, Guti, how will it be possible for him to play regularly? Because as you can see, Guti, Mukhanyisa Mayo seems like he's going to be our main striker, because there are other moments whereby we will think, okay, Flavio Silva could have started, but he didn't, because now they see with the movement of Mayo, despite everything that happened, but he's actually good because he's able to link up play and he's able to move around so that he causes disruption in that box and draw the defenders out of position so that there can be space whereby with his teammates can maneuver and attacking midfielder, wingers getting inside. But a player like Bartman, I think he has to learn a lot about some of the things that need to be done so that he can be an established player. So players like that, I can say we can count on them for the future. But for now, there are players that we need to focus on, because if a player has went past their prime, it simply means now with whatever that he is going to offer, we have to rely on that, because experience is vital when it comes to that, especially as a striker, and knowing which spaces to go to, knowing what type of runs you need to make. So that is essential. But for him, a good thing is that he can play three positions. He can play as a left winger, a striker, and an attacking midfield. And if you look at all those positions, it's difficult because they are already filled and there are players that play there. So we have to understand that now, as much as we like our favorite to be starters, but we have to understand that even the coaches, they don't plan around players that as fans we like, but they see they have to plan around a team that is full functioning, that has a winning formula. So Bartman can be an addition, but is not a player that we can rely on. So that's my opinion, but I don't know about you. What do you think? Because this is a difficult matter for him, because surely when he signed for Kaizer Chiefs, he thought, I will make it. Yes, he will make it, but for now, I don't think he is, because I think he has to try by all means to find a way ukuthi agudluzele amajita lawa amanye before he gets his chance, because it don't be that easy, because coaches don't just drop players because of there's a new kid in town, but they drop you if you are not delivering. So if you deliver, it will be difficult for someone else to get a chance. But if you don't, yeah, that's when I think. But I'm just concerned about the queue of players that he has to overtake so that he can get that opportunity. Yeah. So I don't know, what do you think? But I is gonna find it difficult. But while doing so, I think he's gonna gain experience, because another thing Zomkhawata is experience. Yes, he has experience of playing in the Betway, but the players that are there have much more experience than him, because he's still young and there's a lot that he has to learn, and he will learn along the way. Yeah, with the support of the coaches, because we can see there are coaches that can improve players, and if you are not patient enough, you will think that they are not doing their job, but actually they do. It's just that the results aren't coming now. But as time goes by, we'll then realize okay, the management didn't make a mistake, or the management did make a mistake by giving them that gig to let them coach up until the season ends. So there's a lot that you have to think about before making huge decisions, because if we want to make him our main striker, it simply means that the other strikers, we haven't seen their impact in our club, because others, Flavio Silva already has 2 goals, Mayo has 1 goal. I don't know about Dupree. Dupree haven't scored this season. Duba and I haven't scored. Naledi Hlongwane haven't. Morris, same thing. So maybe if he gets a chance and score, maybe he will convince the coaches. But we know as youngsters, it's not that easy for the coaches to fully trust in you. You have to give them more. And for now, for Bartman, the best or the worst scenario for him is to not get minutes at all. But the best one is to be introduced gradually and remove the pressure of him, especially after this battle with Alex Staff. Yeah, I think he needs a break. Find a time so that he can reflect, and then he will decide then afterward, okay, now since I'm cleared, this is my goal. I want to succeed at all costs, quick as achieved. But I don't know, what do you think in the comment section? And please, let's talk about things that I think will affect us as a nation, because this thing of banter, it is going out of hand now. From a banter to hatred, after that, it can lead to something else. Also, talking about players' mentality. That's why Sapu is trying by all means to fight people that make players seem like they are not doing what they are supposed to do. So I don't know, what do you think about this, but please tell me, do you think Luke Bartman can cement the position in Echoren? Ningakhohlwa ke bafethu ukulike, ukukhomenta, noklika i-notification bell kuthi njalo mangi-uploada ungaphuthelwa, you get to be notified. Danko.